Hello friends, a very good afternoon to all of you and a warm welcome on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I am Gourav Gupta and I welcome you in yet once again like in another session that we are conducting for all of you for your CAT preparation. Yes friends, in the last few days I have discussed in detail the paper of CAT 2019 QA section slot number 1. Now here I am in front of you once again with the second slot QA section of CAT 2019. Varun, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I hope I am clearly audible to all of you. Yes, Varun, I am doing good, and I also hope that all the viewers, all the participants, and all the students who are preparing for CAT, they are on the right path and must be doing good as far as the preparation is concerned. So it's I can say that already the form filling season has started. You all must be involved in filling the form of different examinations. MHCT is around the corner in a few days, and and a lot of forms are already out. The CAT form is out, Symbiosis, then ZAT, and then Narsi Munji. So all these forms are already out, and I am hoping that. Almost all of you must have applied for all the colleges, all the sorry colleges nahi, but all the examinations that you have planned to take in this season. All right, now CAT is one of the most important examinations, and in the last few days we have seen QA slot number 1 of CAT 2019. Now today I have brought for you CAT QA slot number 2, and unlike the previous slot, I can say that this slot I'll be covering in two parts. So the previous slot I covered in three parts. So this slot I'll be covering in two parts. Right now, obviously, we all know that the CAT 2019 happened in two slots. The first slot we have already discussed as far as QA section is concerned, and we have seen that, we have observed that the questions that appeared in QA section of slot number 1, they were not at all very difficult. So out of those 34 questions that we have seen, we could see that like barely, like it was very difficult to find out the higher level of difficulty questions. So if I'll consider the overall examination, overall section of QA slot number 1, I could say that we can easily find around 24 to 25 doable questions. But again, the question is whether you'll be able to attempt these questions in the allocated amount of time. So yes, I know that we all know that the level of difficulty was not that high in that examination, but the question is of speed. Will you be able to attempt those 25 questions in a matter of 1 hour or not? But this time, obviously, the number of questions will be reduced, and the time that will be allocated to us will also be reduced to 40 minutes. But again, the question is of speed. So the challenge in front of us is to select the easier ones and leave behind the questions which are difficult and attempt these questions first, so that you will be able to save time and attempt many questions or as many questions as possible in this paper of CAT. All right. Yes, Varun. Yes, I agree with you. Good afternoon, Roosters, and good afternoon to all the students who have joined just now. Okay. Now, with QA slot number 2, QA section, I can say that out of these 34 questions, we'll be discussing 17 questions today, and among these 17 questions, you will find different variety of questions. Some of the questions will be one-liners, some of the questions will be a little lengthy, but it is always not that the lengthy questions will be difficult. Obviously, the lengthy questions, you will take more time to read those questions, more time to interpret those questions, but it might be possible that these lengthy questions may be easy questions. Okay, so whenever I have taken CAT examination, one of the most important criteria that I use for the selection of any particular question is the length of the question. So मैं क्या करता हूँ कि जो भी lengthy questions है उनको initially छोड़ देता हूँ, because obviously the lengthy questions will take more amount to read, more amount of time to read. So that is why I leave those lengthy questions at the beginning. Okay, so if I look at these 40 minutes, so for the first 20 to 25 minutes, I'll finish off all the questions which are one liners and two liners, and I'll enter those questions, will take less amount of time to interpret, and hence will take less amount of time to make a judgment that I'll have to continue with that question or not. Okay, so don't you worry, we'll be coming up with many more strategies like that for all of you before the CAT examination. But right now, let's discuss about the QA slot number 2 of CAT 2019. So like I said that today we'll be discussing 17 questions, the half of this examination. So let's start with the question number 1 of QA slot 2 part 1. So question number 1 is based on application of logarithms. So basically this is a question which is based on quadratic as well as the application of logarithms, because you can see all the 4 options in terms of logs. Now what we'll be doing today is I'll be showing you a particular question on the screen, assuming that all of you must be prepared for this session beforehand. So I'll not be waiting a lot on any question, and I'll be starting with the explanation in a few seconds. So yes, I'll be giving you some time in order to understand a particular question, read that question, and then I'll start with the discussion. All right. Now question says that the real root of the equation this is. So basically we'll have to find out the real value or real values of x. Okay. Now in this case, the expression on the left hand side is 2 raised to the power 6x plus 2 raised to the power 3x plus 2 minus 21 and is equal to 0. So 0 missing hai, thoda sa misprint hai, so is equal to 0. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll start by assuming, good afternoon Omkar, Swagat, hello. So I'll start by assuming y as 2 raised to the power 3x. So I'll do the substitution and 2 raised to the power 3x will be substituted as y. So this equation above will become y square plus 2 raised to the power 3x will become y and 2 raised to the power 2 will become 4. So 4y minus 21 equal to 0. Okay. अब क्या करेंगे? We'll split the middle term and we'll try to factorize this quadratic equation. Okay. So it will become y square. Now 4y can be written as 7 minus 3. So 7 minus 3 is 4 and 7 into 3 is 21. Okay, so plus 7y minus 3y minus 21 equal to 0. So after factorization, it will become y plus 7 into y minus 3 is equal to 0. So now I have two values of y. Y may be equal to minus 7 or it may be equal to plus 3. All right. So some of you have already posted the answer. I request other students as well to solve this question or to solve every question before me and post the answer. Okay, so I'll be a little slow while I'm solving because I want each and every one of you to understand every question. Okay, so if you have solved it before me, you are most welcome to post your answer in the chat box. Now y has two values, minus 7 or plus 3. Okay, now what is the value of y? Y is 2 raised to the power 3x. Now any power of 2, you'll put any power of 2, it can never be negative. So power of 2 can never be negative. Okay, so I can say that this value, whatever be the power of 2, the value of this will never be a negative number, and hence I can reject minus 7 from here. So 2 raised to the power 3x can never be a negative number. So 2 raised to the power 3x can be equal to 3. Now to find out the value of x, I'll have to take log on both sides. So if I take log on both sides, it will become 3x multiplied by log 2 is equal to log 3. All right. Am I clear? Now 3x will be equal to log 3 upon log 2. So that will become log of 3 to the base 2. And the value of x will come out to be 1 upon 3 log of 3 to the base 2. All right. Am I clear with this? So Roosters, Varun, Suraj, Prathmesh, I hope you have understood this one and you have understood what will be the answer for this question. Okay. So you have given the answer as option A, but I'm afraid option A is not the answer. All right. Am I clear? Prathmesh, you have mentioned option B. No, option B is not the answer. So this is the way we'll be solving this question. So the value of x will be equal to log 3 to the base 2 whole divided by 3, and it is option C. All right. Okay. Now with this, let's move on to question number 2. all of you, please read, interpret, and solve the question carefully. So question number 2, a very easy question on the concept of averages. The question says that the average of 30 integers, note it down, you are given integers. So the average of 30 integers is 5. Among these 30 integers, there are exactly 20 which do not exceed 5. So out of these 30 integers, we have exactly 20 integers which do not exceed 5. Okay. So what is the highest possible value of the average of these 20 integers that we are talking about? Come on. This is an easy question. You just need to interpret the statement that is given to you very carefully. I'll wait for a few seconds. Yes, anyone? Okay, so let us start. Now, out of these 30 integers, we are given that exactly 20 do not exceed 5. Exactly 20 do not exceed 5. So I can say that the remaining 10 integers, the remaining 10 will exceed 5. Alright, because exactly 20 do not exceed 5. Exactly 20 integers are such that they do not exceed 5. That means they are less than or equal to 5. Okay, so what about the remaining 10? The remaining 10 will exceed 5. Okay, now we have to find out the highest possible value of the average of these 20 integers. So I can say that if I need to maximize the average of these 20, so that means we'll have to minimize the value of the remaining 10. Okay, so ये जो 20 integers हैं, अगर इनका average maximize करना है तो remaining 10 integers का average minimize करना पड़ेगा. That means we'll have to minimize the values of remaining 10 of these integers. Okay, now these integers exceed 5. That means they are more than 5. So the least possible value of all these integers can be 6. So the sum of these 10 integers will be 10 into 6, that is 60. So this is what information I have got about these 10 integers. Okay. Now the average of all these 30 integers was 5. So I can say that the sum of the 30 integers will be 30 into 5, that is 150. So the sum of remaining 20 integers should be equal to 150 minus 60. Alright, so that is equal to 90. So the sum of these 20 integers is 90. So the average of these 20 integers will be 90 divided by 20, and that is 4.5. Okay, so 4.5 will be the correct answer, which is the highest possible value of the average of these 20 integers. Okay, now let's see it from once again from the beginning. Now we were given the average of 30 integers as 5. Okay, so from there I could write this value. Sum of these 30 integers is 150. Out of these 30 integers, 20, exactly 20 do not exceed 5. So that means the remaining 10 will exceed 5. Okay. Now since I have to maximize the average of 20 integers, I have to maximize the sum of these 20 integers. So for the remaining 10, I should minimize the value. Okay. So to minimize the sum of the remaining 10 integers, I'll have to minimize their values. Okay. Since they all exceed 5, so the minimum value that they can assume will be equal to 6, because all these numbers are integers, right? So the sum will be 60, which will be subtracted from 150 to get the sum of the remaining 20 integers, and hence you can obtain the average of these 20 integers, which is equal to 4.5. So this is the highest possible value. All right. Okay. I recommend there is no need to retract your answer, no need to remove your answers. It's absolutely fine even if you are giving a wrong answer. Okay. It shows that you are at least solving these questions. You are at least devoting your time in these questions. Okay. And that is appreciable. So go ahead and do that. So Ankita has just explained from where 6 came from. So all these 10 integers exceed 5. So their minimum value will be equal to 6 because they are integers. So their value cannot be any number between 5 and 6 because these numbers are integers. I hope you all have understood this thing. Now with this, let's move on to the next question, question number 3. Question number 3 is slightly challenging, slightly I'll not say difficult because once you will know the solution of this question, you will not find it difficult. But yes, this is slightly challenging question. So a, b, x and y are real numbers such that a square plus b square is given as 25 and x square plus y square is 169. Okay, fine. And ax plus by equal to 65. So find the value of k if it is given as ay minus bx. Anonymous, for the previous question, रुको I'll go back to the previous question, ठीक है. Now Anonymous, you are saying that what if we assume all the numbers to be equal to 5? Now Anonymous, it is given that there are exactly 20 which do not exceed 5. Out of these 30, there are exactly 20 which do not exceed 5. So if you assume that all these 30 integers are equal to 5, then I can say that there will be 30 integers which do not exceed 5 and the information given in the question will not be true. Okay, so we'll have to go by the information that is given in the question. Okay, all right. Chaliye, so let's go back to question number 3. Now you are given 2 or 3 equations, 3 relations in terms of a, b, x and y, and you have to find out the value of ay minus bx. You have to find the value or the range of value of this expression. All right, fine. Now let's consider this equation a square plus b square equal to 25 as well as x square plus y square equals 169. Okay, now a square plus b square equals 25 and x square plus y square equals 169. Now 25 is 5 square, we can easily see that, and 169 is the square of 39. Okay, I'll start by taking the product of these two equations. Okay, so on the left hand side it will be a square plus b square multiplied by x square plus y square and that will be equal to 25 into 169. All right, 25 into 169 can be written as 5 square into 13 square and that can be written as 65 square. All right, so this is the first part. I can say that a square plus b square multiplied by x square plus y square is equal to 65 square. Now let's look at the third relation that is given in the question. It says that ax plus by is equal to 65. So if I'll take the square on both sides, ax plus by whole square is equal to the square of 65. Now look at the two relations that we have calculated. Both are equal to 65. Equation number 1 at the bottom of your screen and equation number 2 here. Okay, since they both are equal to 65 square, I can equate them. Okay, so I can equate them and can say that a square plus b square multiplied by x square plus y square is equal to ax plus by whole square. All right, so this is the expression that I have got. Now let us simplify it on both sides. Okay, इसको simplify करते हैं. So on the left hand side it will be a square x square opening the brackets only plus a square y square plus b square x square plus b square y square, and that will be equal to, on the right hand side, a square x square, so it is a plus b whole square का formula apply कर देंगे, plus b square y square plus twice of AXBY. Okay, now there will be some terms that will cancel out from both left hand side and right hand side. So a square x square will get cancelled out, and b square y square will get cancelled out. So overall we'll get a square y square plus b square x square minus 2 AYBX. I have just rearranged these variables, and that is equal to 0. Now on the left hand side you can observe that it is nothing but the formula for AY minus BX whole square, and that is equal to 0. So AY minus BX whole square is equal to 0. एक second. Okay, yes. So AY minus BX whole square is equal to 0. So if the square of any number is equal to 0, then that number will be equal to 0. So from here we got AY minus BX is equal to 0. And this is what we are asked to find out in the question. Find the value of k such that k is equal to AY minus BX. So AY minus BX का value 0 आ गया, and the answer is option A. Okay, so it is equal to 0. So देखने में ठीक है, थोड़ा सा लेंदी लग रहा है. Obviously this will not be your preference at the time of examination. इस type का question ठीक है, if you know the direction then you'll be able to find the answer. Otherwise there are higher chances that we may get stuck in that question. So priority wise, let's keep it on a lower priority, and you can leave such type of questions at the beginning, move to the further questions, and then come back later on if the time will allow. Okay, all right, let's move on to question number 4. In a triangle ABC, the medians AD and BE are perpendicular to each other, and they have lengths 12 and 9 centimeters respectively. So both these medians are perpendicular, and the lengths are given, and we have to find out the area of this triangle. Okay, all right. Now you must have, if you have covered geometry, you must have encountered this type of question. Yes, I'm telling you, you must have encountered this type of question. One, if you are asking in the previous question you can use options, then if you'll be using options it will be very lengthy for you. Okay, yes, you could use option, but ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि आप k equal to 0 से start करोगे. Okay, so I'll not recommend you going by the options for the previous one, right? Okay, now let's draw the figure for this one. So I'll draw a triangle such that two of the medians originating from A and B are perpendicular to each other. Okay. All right. So let's say this is triangle A, B, and C. So median AD is of length 12. So median AD, so midpoint of BC is D. And let's say this is one of the medians, median AD, and another median BE, this median, and these two medians are given perpendicular to each other. So let's say they meet at point O. Okay. Now we know that the point of intersection of median, which is called the centroid, divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay. So first of all, AD, whose length is 12, will be divided in the ratio 2:1. Okay. So the lengths will be 8 and 4 respectively of AO and DO. Similarly, BE is of 9, so the lengths here will be 6 and 3 respectively. Alright, now we have to find out the area of the entire triangle. Now consider the triangle ABE. Consider triangle ABE with a base as BE. So area will be half into base, which is BE, multiplied by the height of this triangle, that is AO. Okay, so area of triangle ABE can be written as half into base BE multiply AO. Now BE is 9, so half into 9, and AO is 8. So the area will be 36 of the triangle ABE. Okay, now we also know that a median divides a triangle in two triangles of equal areas. So triangle ABC area will be twice the triangle ABE. Okay, so area of triangle ABC will be twice of the previous triangle. So earlier it was 36, now it will be 36 into 2, that is 72. So 72 is the answer for this question, and I'll rate this question as one of the easiest questions of this examination and must be taken in the first priority. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. Question number 5 looks difficult, but it is actually an easy question. Okay, now you are given the expression that a1 minus a2 plus a3 minus a4 and so on up till nth term of this expression. The sum, this expression is equal to n, where it is given that a1, a2, a3 and so on all are integers. Okay, all these terms are integers, and a1 minus a2 plus a3 minus a4 alternate plus minus sign given hai. This value is equal to n for all n greater than equal to 1. Then we'll have to find out the value of a51 plus a52 plus a53 up till a1023. Now in this type of question, it is always recommended, or always go and find out the values of a1, a2, a3 and so on, and there will be an instance when the value will start repeating. Okay, so a cyclicity kind of thing will start happening in these type of questions, right? So if I look at the above equation and I'll put n equal to 1. So n equal to 1, that means only a1, and that will be equal to 1. So putting n equal to 1 in this equation, I'll get a1 as 1. Now putting n equal to 2, I'll get a1 minus a2 is equal to 2. I already know the value of a1, which is 1. So the value of a2 will be equal to minus 1. So a1 is equal to 1 and a2 is equal to minus 1. Now put n equal to 3 in the same equation. You will get a1 minus a2 plus a3, and that is equal to 3. And already know the value of a1 and a2. So it will be 1 plus 1, that is 2. So value of a3 will be equal to 1. Simple. Put करके देखो and easily solve होता रहेगा. हिमांशी, hello. So a1 का value 1 आ गया, a2 is minus 1, a3 is 1, a4 calculate करेंगे वो minus 1 आ जाएगा. So you can say that a1 is plus 1, a2 is minus 1, a3 is plus 1, a4 again is minus 1 and so on. Alternately the values will be plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1 and so on. Okay, now we have to find out the value of a51 plus a52 and so on up till a1023. Now a1 was 1, a3 was plus 1, a5 was plus 1. So a51 will also be equal to plus 1. A52 will be minus 1. I'm sorry, a52 will be equal to minus 1. Alright, then plus 1, minus 1 and so on. The last term here will be equal to plus 1. So every two term will balance each other, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1, minus 1 and so on, and ultimately at the end will be left with plus 1. So the value of this entire expression will be equal to plus 1, and the correct answer will be option D. Alright, I hope all of you are still present in this lecture, all of you are still awake, still alive, and are able to understand whatever I'm explaining you. All right, great. So this was question number 5, pretty easy. Question number 6 पे चलते हैं. Question number 6 is based on a very easy, a very simple concept of finding the number of factors. So how many factors of the given number are perfect squares which are greater than 1? Okay, बहुत straightforward, बहुत easy question है. This type of question comes in the very basic, the very starting concepts of number systems. So first of all, I'll write this number properly in terms of prime factorization. तो इस number का prime factorization complete कर लेते हैं. So 2 raised to the power 4 as it is, 3 raised to the power 5 as it is, 10 can be written as 2 into 5 whole raised to the power 4. So this number will become 2 raised to the power 8, 3 raised to the power 5 and 5 raised to the power 4. Okay. Now I want the factors which are perfect squares. Now for the factors to be perfect squares, the powers of these prime bases should be even. Okay, so I'll be considering only even powers, right? So the number of factors which are perfect squares will be, I have 2 raised to the power 8. So 2 can be used in how many ways? 2 raised to the power 0, 2 raised to the power 2, 2 raised to the power 4, 2 raised to the power 6, and 2 raised to the power 8. I have considered only the even powers of 2. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 can be used in 5 ways. Okay. Similarly, 3, the powers of 3, it can be 0, 2, or 4. So only 3 powers of 3 can be available. So 3 can be used in 3 ways. Now similarly, powers of 5, 5 raised per 0, 5 raised per 2, and 5 raised per 4, again in 3 ways. So total number of factors of the given number which are perfect squares are 5 into 3 into 3, that is 45. But there is a catch in this question. Now we want all the perfect square factors which are greater than 1. Okay. Now among the factors that I have counted, I have considered one factor which is equal to 1. One is a, yes, one is also a perfect square. Okay. So one is a perfect square, but we need all the perfect square factors which are greater than 1. So I'll remove the factor which is equal to 1. Okay. So एक factor इसमें से remove हो जाएगा, Varun. The answer will not be 45. The answer will be 45 minus 1. That is 44. Okay. So the correct answer for this question will be 44. I hope you have understood what I have just explained. Okay. So these 45 factors will be the perfect square factors including 1. Perfect square factors including 1. Okay. But we'll have to remove 1 because I need to see the factors which are greater than 1. So that is why the answer will be equal to 44. Okay. All right. So let's move on to question number 7. Now question says that two circles each of radius 4 centimeter. So two circles each of radius 4 centimeter, they are touching each other externally. So let's start drawing this figure and let us understand कि यार figure कैसे बनेगा. Okay. Now in most of the questions of geometry, figure is the most important thing. If you are able to draw the figure correctly, then you will be able to solve the question. There will not be any problem. Okay. So two circles each of radius 4 touch each other externally. Okay. So I'll draw these two circles. So both are equal circles. One circle and the another circle. So both are equal circles and they are touching each other externally. Please pardon my drawing. So these are two equal circles, radius 4, touching each other externally. Now each of these two circles is touched externally by a third circle. So there is another circle which is touching both the circles externally. So that means the third circle has to be outside these two circles and it should be touching both the circles. So I can draw another circle, something like this, which is touching these two circles, right? So another circle can be like this. There may be some other possibilities, but I'm just drawing it to show you. Now what happens after that is these three circles have a common tangent. Okay, these three circles have a common tangent. So let's say if these circles are touching at these points. So tangent drawn at this point will be like this and tangent drawn at the other point will be like this. So if I draw the three circles in this manner, I will not be able to draw a common tangent, a tangent which is common to all these three circles. I'll not be able to draw if I draw the circles like this. So let us go for another figure. Let us go for another figure. So if the two circles, one like this and the other like this, are touching each other, and I want a line which is tangent to both these circles, fine. So this line can be, this tangent can be like this, or this tangent can be like this. So now I will draw another circle which is touching this red line as well as the two circles. So the third circle will be drawn in the space like this. Okay, so this is how we'll be drawing the figure, so that after these circles are touching each other, we can draw a common tangent to all the three circles. Okay, so on the left hand side, the figure that you can see will be the figure in this question. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to find out the radius of this smaller circle. So I have drawn this figure fairly on the next screen. Okay, we are given the radius of these bigger circles. So let's say this point is A and this point is B, the centers of the two circles, touching at the points C and D. And let's say this point is E. The circle, the smaller circle's radius is O. Okay, and let's join all these lines. So I'll join O and A. I'll join A and B. Let's say this point is P. Okay, and a line here which will be perpendicular. Okay, so now in this case you can see that OA will be equal to 4 plus the radius of the smaller circle. So let's say the radius of this circle is small r, which we have to find out. So OA will be equal to 4 plus r. Okay, AP is the radius of the bigger circle, which is equal to 4. And what will be the length of OP? Length of OP will be PE minus OE. PE is equal to 4 minus OE is the radius of smaller circle, that is 4 minus r. So OA is 4 plus r, AP is 4 and OP is 4 minus r, and they are forming a right angled triangle, so they must satisfy the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so I can say that AP square plus OP square should be equal to OA square. So AP square, that means 4 square plus 4 minus r whole square should be equal to 4 plus r whole square. Now you can use the knowledge of some of the Pythagorean triplets. So एक basic Pythagorean triplet होता है 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so I already have 4 here. So if this is 3, then r will be equal to 1. And if r equal to 1, so this will be 4 plus 1, that is 5. Okay, so yes, I can complete a Pythagorean triplet 3, 4 and 5. So I can say that the value of r is equal to 1. So this is one of the shortcut way of simplifying this quadratic. आप इसको open करते r cancel out हो जाता, ठीक है, and then r का same value आता, r equal to 1. But I have used the knowledge of Pythagorean triplets and have developed a shortcut for this type of equations. Okay, so I can say that the value of r will be equal to 1, and we have it among the options, which is option D. So option D is the correct answer for this one. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next question. But let's take a few seconds break, 10 seconds break lete hain, and let's go back and press the like button if you are liking this session. Comment, share and do subscribe our channel right now, because you will find many more sessions like this upcoming in the few days in the future. Okay, and that will teach you a lot of things about CAT 2022. All right, so please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you will not miss any of the notifications of all the upcoming sessions. All right, so please, those who are right now in this session, press the like button right now. And make sure that you are a subscriber of this channel. Okay, all right, so let's move ahead and look at the next question, question number 8. Now this type of questions, they have a set pattern. देखने में मुश्किल लग रहा है, but if you'll solve few questions of this form, then you'll not find them to be difficult. Okay, so we have to find out the largest positive integer value of n, the largest value of n, such that the given expression is also a positive integer. Okay, so let's write this expression n square plus 7n plus 12 whole divided by n square minus n minus 12. Now what I'll try to do is I'll try to convert numerator and write it as the denominator. Okay, so if I'll write n square as it is plus 7n, so I can write plus 7n as minus n because I have minus n in the denominator. Okay, so to balance it out, I'll have to write plus 8n. Okay, then again I'll write minus 12 because it is there in the denominator. To balance it, I will write it as plus 24. Okay, and the denominator as it is, that is n square minus n minus 12. Okay, so Srinivasan has written something. Okay, we'll have a look at it. Okay, now further the numerator n square minus n minus 12 separate कर लिया मैंने, plus 8n plus 24 separated whole divided by n square minus n minus 12. Right, now n square minus n minus 12 in the numerator and in the denominator, they will get cancelled out. So this entire expression will become 1 plus, I can take 8 common, n plus 3 divided by n square minus n minus 12. Okay, now let us further factorize the denominator. So 1 plus 8 bracket n plus 3 whole divided by, now I can factorize on the right hand side, I'm doing it separately, n square minus n minus 12, I can write it as n minus 4 into n plus 3, n minus 4 into n plus 3. So let's do that, n minus 4 into n plus 3. N plus 3 will get cancelled. Okay, so I'll be left with 1 plus 8 divided by n minus 4. Now I have it as the expression. So this is the simplified form of the entire expression. 1 plus 8 upon n minus 4. Now among the options you can look at the largest positive integer value of n, which will make this entire expression a positive integer. Okay, so 16 it cannot be. If I'll put 16, so denominator will be 12. 8 upon 12 is not an integer. Option B is the next highest number. Option B, which is 12. If I'll put 12, 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 upon 8 is 8. So yes, n equal to 12 satisfies this criteria and is making this expression as a positive integer. Okay, so n equal to 12 is the largest positive integer value of n, which is making the entire expression also a positive integer. Okay, so that was question number 8, and yes, Suraj, your answer is correct. Himanshi, it will not be 6, it will be 12. All right. Okay, chaliye आगे चलते हैं and let's move on to question number 9. Now question number 9, lengthy 5-liner. So like I can say that a lot of percentages are can be seen. So it's totally up to you. You can leave this question, but definitely come back to this question towards the end so that you will at least read this question. Otherwise, looking at the percentage values, you can pick this question as well. Okay. So question is, in 2010, a library contained a total of 11,500 books in 2 categories, fiction and non-fiction. Okay. So let's say F plus N is equal to 11,500, right? So this is the scenario for 2010. एक equation बन गई. In 2015, the library contained a total of 12,760 books in these 2 categories, and during this period there is a 10% increase in fiction and 12% increase in non-fiction. Now it's totally up to you. The second equation you can form for the number of books in 2015, or second equation you can form for the increase in the number of books from 2010 to 2015. It's totally up to you. Okay, I'll form the equation for the increase. So increase is of 10% in fiction, so that will be 0.1 F plus 12% in the non-fiction, so 0.12 N, the non-fiction, and that will give you the increase. So the difference between these two numbers, right? Am I clear? So evaluate this. I'm giving you a few seconds to evaluate this equation, this question, and then I'll move forward. Just take 10 to 15 seconds for this and we'll move forward. I hope you have understood. Okay. So let's write the difference here. So difference 12,760, 12,760 minus 11,500. So it will be 1,260. 1,260. All right. So this is the equation. Now what you can do is, what you have to do is you have to find out the number of fiction books. So it's up to you. You may solve both these equations. So मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ 10 से multiply कर देता हूँ. So if I multiply the second equation by 10, so सूरज is saying sir -12. Why सूरज -12 क्यों? क्योंकि दोनों में increase है. So I should be writing plus only. Okay, I hope this is correct. Guru is also saying -12. So why are you saying -12? Why are you saying -12? I don't understand. So I'm going to continue. So I'll multiply the second equation by 10. So second equation को 10 से multiply किया तो it will become f plus 1.2n is equal to 12600. So this is now equation 1 and this will become equation 2. Now do the subtraction, second equation minus first equation, so it will give you 0.2n as the difference here. So difference will be 2600 minus 1500, 1100. So the value of n will be equal to 5500. So if the value of n is 5500, putting it in the first equation, the value of f will be equal to 6000. Now let's be careful and not mark the answer blindly. Okay, how many fiction books were in the library in 2015? Now whatever I have calculated here, f as this is the number of fiction books in the year 2010. I want to find out the same number of books in the year 2015. Now from 2010 to 2015 there was a 10% increase. So 6000 after increasing by 10% will become 6600. So 6600 should be the correct answer of this question and hence option D. Alright. So be careful while finding the final answer for such questions. Okay. Alright. So 6600 simple question tha, zyada difficult nahi tha. It's just the length of the question was higher. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next question. Question number 10, a question of functions, जिससे हम सब डरते हैं. Okay, so saying that f be a function such that f of m into n is equal to f of m into f of n for every positive integers m and n. So m and n are positive integers. The function is defined only for positive integers in this manner that f of m into n is equal to f of m into f of n. Right? Also, saying that f of 1 and f of 2 and f of 3 are positive integers such that f of 1 is less than f of 2. F of 24 is given, find f of 18. So, important information is f of 1, f of 2, f of 3 are all positive integers. ठीक है? So, किसी भी एक की वैल्यू निकाल लेते हैं. F of m into n is equal to f of m into f of n for all positive integers. Okay. Also f of 1, f of 2, f of 3 are positive integers. मतलब कोई भी इनमें से जीरो नहीं हो सकता, नेगेटिव नहीं हो सकता. So I'll start by writing f of 1 into 2. That is f of 2 obviously. So f of 1 into 2 can be written as f of 1 into f of 2. So on the left hand side, f of 1 into 2 is f of 2, which will be equal to f of 1 into f of 2. Alright. Now, I can cancel out f of 2 from both sides and that will leave me the value of f of 1, which is equal to 1. Alright, so f of 1 का value 1 आ गया, f of 2 cancel कर सकते हैं because f of 2 is given as positive integers. So that is why I can easily cancel it from both the sides. So I got the value of f of 1 as 1, right? f of 1 का value 1 आ गया and f of 2 is greater than f of 1, ये given है. Now writing f of 24, f of 24 can be written as f of 3 into 8. Okay, that will be f of 3 into f of 8. Further, f of 8 can be written as f of 4 into 2, which will be f of 4 into f of 2, and further you can break it. Okay, so f of 3 dot f of 2, f of 2, f of 2. This is how I have written f of 8 as. Okay, so f of 3 multiplied by f of 2 whole cube, this is what I can write f of 24 as, and which is equal to 54. अब 54 को अगर मैं factorize करता हूँ, so 54 can be written as 2 multiplied by 3 cube. Yes, 54 is 2 into 27, 2 multiplied by 3 cube. Given that f of 2, f of 3 are positive integers, I can match the values and find out from here that value of f of 3 will be equal to 2 and value of f of 2 will be equal to 3. Now the things are simple. We have to further calculate the value of f of 18. F of 18 can be written as 18 is 2 into 3 into 3. So f of 18 will be f of 2 into f of 3 into f of 3. Okay, now we already know the value of f of 2, which is equal to 3. F of 3 is 2. Substitute kar do. So 3 into 2 is 12. 12 into 2 is 24. So 24 will be the correct answer for question number 10. Alright, have a look at it. I'll wait for a few seconds on this one. Okay, understand it and we can go further. Wait. मैंने छोटी सी mistake कर दी. So it will not be equal to 24. Yes, last step. It will not be equal to 24. It will be equal to 12. My mistake. So 3 into 2 into 2, that is 12. So 12 will be the final answer for this one. Okay. All right. Yes, Saurav. Yes, that was my mistake. So 3 into 2 into 2, that is 12. All right. Next question. Our next question is based on polygons, geometry. Now A and B are two regular polygons having sides as small a and small b. If b is equal to 2a, so number of sides in the second polygon is double the number of sides in the first polygon, and each interior angle of second polygon is 3 by 2 times each interior angle of the first, then each interior angle in degrees of a regular polygon having the number of sides which is equal to the sum of the sides of the previous two polygons. Okay, now here a very simple formula for the measure of each interior angle in a regular polygon will be used. So each interior angle in a regular polygon having n sides, each angle, I'll write the formula. All of you must know it. So the sum of all the angles is n minus 2 into 180 degrees. If I divide it by the number of angles or the number of sides, that will give you the measure of each interior angle in a regular polygon. Okay. Now polygon A and polygon B. Now let's say number of sides in polygon A is A. So number of sides in polygon B will be B, which is equal to twice of the previous one. So 2A likh dete hain. So these are number of sides. Now the measure of each interior angle in the polygon A will be A minus 2 into 180 whole divided by A. And the measure of each interior angle in the second polygon will be 2A minus 2 into 180 divided by 2A. Okay, so each interior angle in B is equal to 3 by 2 times I have multiplied by 3 by 2 times the measure of each interior angle of polygon A. Okay, Now let's do some cancellations. So A and A will cancel, 2 and 2 will cancel, 180 cancel out हो जाएगा and बहुत easily हमें A का value पता लग जाएगा. So upon simplifying, 3A minus 6 is equal to 2A minus 2. So the value of A will be equal to 6 minus 2, that is 4. So value of A, number of sides in the first polygon is 4 and the number of sides in the second polygon will be equal to 4 into 2, that is 8. Okay, so the value of A plus B will be equal to 12 and let us find out the measure of each interior angle in a 12-sided regular polygon. So in a 12-sided polygon, it will be 12 minus 2 into 180 whole divided by 12. That is 15 into 10, 150 will be the correct answer. So 150 will be the correct answer. All of you can cross check. I may commit mistake. So Sandeep, Anonymous and Suraj, good that you were careful in the previous one. Okay. And the answer for this question will be 150. Alright. So simple tha question. एक formula पता होना चाहिए था. Measure of each angle should be known as n minus 2 into 180 degrees whole divided by n. Alright. If you know this formula, question is straightforward, very simple for all of us. Let's move on to question number 12. Okay, now question number 12, I say that this is a very logical question and can be solved in a less than 15 seconds after reading this question, after understanding the question, and you actually don't require any kind of rough work for this one. Okay, so let's solve this question, all of us together. Okay, so I'll be requiring a response from your side. Question says that a cyclist leaves A at 10 a.m. and reaches B at 11. So cyclist 10 a.m. पे निकलता है and 11 a.m. पे पहुंच जाता है. So cyclist is taking 1 hour to travel the distance from A to B. Okay, keep noting all these things in your mind or on a piece of paper. Starting from 10:01 a.m. every minute, important, every minute. So 10:01 and then 10:02, 10:03, 10:04, 10:05. A motorcycle leaves A and moves towards B. 45 such motorcycles reach B by 11 a.m. Okay, so if 45 such motorcycles reach B by 11 a.m., so what will be the time at which the last motorcycle would have left A and reached B? So starting at 10:01 a.m., these motorcycles are leaving point A and they are going towards point B. Okay, and question बोल रहा है कि 45 such motorcycles are able to reach B by 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. पे जो मोटरसाइकिल यहाँ पहुंची है and 45th मोटरसाइकिल है. So first motorcycle left at 11:01, next at 11:02, next at 11:03. So the motorcycle which has left at 10:45 a.m. पे जो निकली है 45th motorcycle will leave. This motorcycle is able to reach point B at 11 a.m. That means one motorcycle is taking 15 minutes. One motorcycle is taking 15 minutes to travel from A to B. Alright, done? Okay, so I'll rephrase this question. Cyclist takes 1 hour, leaves at 10 and reaches at 11. Motorcycle takes 15 minutes. So first motorcycle, second motorcycle, third motorcycle, so on. 45th motorcycle leaves at 10:45 and could reach at 11 a.m. So by then, by 11 a.m., 45 motorcycles could reach point B. Done. Okay. Next line. If the cyclist had double his speed, cyclist ने अपनी speed double कर दी. So if cyclist will double his speed, so instead of covering the distance in 1 hour, now the cyclist will take 30 minutes, okay, to reach point B. That means cyclist will reach point B at 10:30 a.m. Okay, 10:30 a.m. So how many motorcycles will reach point B by the time cyclist will reach B? So cyclist has reached point B at 10:30. So we'll have to consider the motorcycle that will reach point B. Motorcycle that will reach point B at 10:30. Okay. Now to reach B at 10:30, this motorcycle will have to leave point A by 10:15. 10:15 पे इसको निकलना पड़ेगा. So those motorcycles which will leave point A by 10:15 could reach point B by 10:30. Okay, so that means how many motorcycles? There will be 15 such motorcycles that will reach point B till the time the cyclist will reach point B. So the answer will be 15 in this case. Okay, so whatever I have written to explain the concept to you, but this question could have been finished without writing anything in a matter of seconds. Okay, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. That was question number 12. Let's move on to question number 13. But before that, I again request all of you to like this session, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you are liking this session, subscribe our channel, and after that, press the bell icon and get the notification of all the upcoming sessions that we'll be conducting for all of you. Okay? Chaliye, let's continue and move on to the next question, 13th. Yes, Anonymous, this was an amazing question. So such kind of questions, I like time, speed, distance, and such type of questions are my favorites, which are purely logical. Okay. Chaliye, question number 13 is a straightforward question based on the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. So you are given a quadratic equation and you are also given that the roots are real and distinct. Okay, so we'll have to find out the range of the value of a be a real number. Okay, now we know that if the roots are real and distinct, the discriminant should be greater than 0, strictly greater than 0. Discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac, this should be greater than 0. So in this expression, in this quadratic equation, I'll find out b square minus 4ac. So b is minus 4. So b square will be 16 minus 4 into 1. And the value of c is minus log of a to the base 2. And that should be greater than 0. Alright. I'll give you 10 seconds and I want an answer from the options. Come on. All of you. 10 seconds, give me an answer. Any answer? Okay, solve करते हैं इसको. So in this case it will be 4. यहाँ पे प्लस हो जाएगा. Log of a to the base 2 will be greater than minus 16. So log of a to the base 2 will be greater than minus 4 and a will be greater than 2 raised to the power minus 4. No answers up till this point. So a will be greater than 1 upon 16. My sorry, small mistake in the PPT. एक option greater than है, एक option, दोनों option greater than है, so एक option को less than कर लो. Obviously, small mistake. So the correct answer will be option A or option C, whatever. A is greater than 1 upon 16. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 14. A very easy, straightforward question of time, speed, distance. Yes, you need to write a few things, but the question is very easy. Let me read it for you. John jogs on a track A at 6 km per hour and Mary jogs on track B at 7.5 km per hour. So they both are jogging on different tracks at different speeds. The total length of the tracks A and B is given as 325. So sum of the lengths of these two tracks, 325. Now the next statement is important from where you will start this question. While John makes 9 rounds of track A, Mary makes 5 rounds of track B. So I'll start by assuming small a and small b as the length of these two tracks. So the time taken by John to complete one round will be a upon 6. I'll leave it in kilometer per hour only. ठीक है ना? A upon 6 will be the time taken by John to cover one round. John is covering 9 rounds, so time taken by John to cover 9 rounds will be 9 times A upon 6. Okay. In the same time, Mary will complete 5 rounds. So Mary is walking or running on track B. So distance upon the speed of Mary multiplied by the number of rounds, which is 5, is the time taken by Mary. And I can equate these two because the question says so. Okay. Now there will be some cancellations on both sides. So 6 and 7.5. So यहाँ पे 4 आ जाएगा और यहाँ पे 5. 5 will get cancelled. So ratio of the lengths of the tracks A and B will come out to be 4:9. Okay. So 4:9 is the ratio of the lengths of these two tracks, right? The sum of A and B is given as 325. So now you can write down the values of A and B. So values of A and B will be 4, 25, 13. So 13, K is 25, 100. So A will be 100 and the value of B will be 225. So these are the lengths of these two tracks. ठीक है? अब finally देखते हैं क्या करना है. Now we have to finally find out the second person, Mary. In how many seconds Mary make one round of the first track A. Okay, and we have to find out the answer in terms of seconds. ठीक है? So answer seconds में calculate करना है. So in how many seconds will Mary make one round of track A? Length of track A is 100. The speed of Mary is 7.5. Speed of Mary is 7.5. But this particular speed is in kilometer per hour. I'll convert it into meter per second. So from kilometer per hour to meter per second convert करना है तो I'll multiply the speed by 5/18. Okay, so 5/18 से multiply कर दिया and this should be the correct answer. So the number of seconds that Mary will take to complete one round of track A will be the length of the track A divided by the speed of Mary. Okay, अब इसको simplify कर लो. बहुत easy है simplify करना. 75 यहाँ पे एक 0 लगा दो. So 100 into 18 upon 75 into 5 into 10 कर दिया. So 4 and 3, 6 and 2. So 24 into 2, that is 48 seconds. So 48 seconds should be the correct answer for this question, right? We had to find out the number of seconds. So answer is 48 seconds. Let's move on to the next question, question number 15. Question number 15, a question on time and work. अच्छा question है. Okay, so it's just the way that you will be doing this question that will basically tell you how easy the solution will be. ठीक है? Start करते हैं. So let's read it first of all. Anil can do in 20 days and Sunil can do the same work in 40 days. Anil starts the job. After 3 days, Sunil joins him. Again, after a few more days, Bimal joins them and they together finish the job. If Bimal has done 10% of the job, then in how many days was the job done? Okay. Now, basically, I have to find out the total number of days in which the job is completed. Now, Bimal has worked for some days, and if I totally remove the amount of work done by Bimal, who has done 10% of the job, then I can say that Anil and Sunil together would have done 90% of the job, right? If I'll completely remove the work done by Bimal. Okay, so Bimal 10% काम किया है. If I'll remove that, the remaining work, 90% of the work will be done by Anil and Sunil alone. Okay, or Anil and Sunil together, you can say that. Now we know that Anil can finish the work in 20 days. Sunil can finish the same piece of work alone in 40 days. Right? Let us assume the total work as 40 units, right? So 1 day work of Anil will be 2 units and 1 day work of Sunil will be 1 unit. Total work being 40 units, right? Now, the statement says that Anil starts the job and after 3 days, Sunil joins him. So I can say that for the first 3 days, Anil has worked alone. And then let's assume that for the next X days, Anil and Sunil, they worked. Removing the work done by Bimal, they together finished 90% of the work. Okay. So 3 days work of A, that is 3 into 2 plus X days work of Anil and Sunil together, which is 2 plus 1. That should be equal to 90% of the work. So 90% of total work, that is 40 units, will be 36. And from here you can get the value of X. So it will be 3x is equal to 30 and the value of X will be equal to 10. Okay. But we don't have to mark the answer as the value of X. We have to find out the total number of days. So total number of days to finish the work will be first 3 days and then X days. So it will be 3 plus X, that is 13 days. So 13 days will be the number of days in which the work will be finished and correctly given by Suraj and Anonymous. Okay. Wonderful to see the response from some of the students. So the correct answer here is 13 days and we can mark option B as the answer. And let's move on to the next question. So question number 16. A question of ratios. In an examination, read it. In an examination, now there is a trick to solve this question. Rama's score was 1/12 of the sum of the scores of Mohan and Anjali. So equation will be R is equal to 1/12 of M plus A. Or you can say that 12R is equal to M plus A. एक equation बना ली. After a review, the score of each of them increased by 6. इन सबका score increase हो गया 6 से. So R becomes R plus 6, A becomes A plus 6 and M becomes M plus 6. Okay, the scores revised and each of the score was increased by 6 marks. So their original scores were R, A and M and the new scores are R plus 6, A plus 6 and M plus 6. Okay. The revised scores of Anjali, Mohan and Rama were in the ratio 11:10:3. अब ये revised scores का ratio है. So revised scores of Anjali, Mohan and Rama respectively. So Anjali, Mohan and Rama का revised score in the ratio 11:10:3. So I'll assume their scores as 11x, 10x and 3x. Alright. So I can say that their original scores will be, so R will be equal to 3x minus 6, A will be equal to 11x minus 6 and M will be equal to 10x minus 6. And we already know the relation between R, A and M. This is the relation. I'll put the values here. So put karte hain values. So 12R. So 12 into 3x minus 6 is equal to M plus A. 10x minus 6 plus 11x minus 6. Simplify karte hain isko. So 36x minus 72 is equal to 21x minus 12. 15x is equal to 60. The value of x is equal to 4. Okay. Then we have to find out Anjali's score will exceed Rama's score by. So Anjali minus Rama. So Anjali was this, Rama was this. The difference between their scores is 8x and that is equal to 32. So the correct answer will be option C, that is 32. ठीक है? थोड़ा सा लेंदी है देखने में. You will have to write all these things, but you can also avoid writing these things. You can directly in your mind think that Anjali, Mohan and Rama's score will be 11x, 10x and 3x. And since these scores were increased by 6, to obtain their original scores, you'll subtract 6 from all these scores and then substitute them in the relation. Okay, so the correct answer, Suraj Anonymous, yes, it is 32, which is option C. Okay. All right, let's move further and look at the last question for the day, the 17th question. Since you already know that we have divided the entire slot in two equal parts. So there were 34 questions, 17 and 17. So 17 taken today and 17, the next remaining questions will be taken day after tomorrow. All right, so you all can come back again day after tomorrow and have a look at the remaining questions. Okay. Question says that in an examination, the score of A was 10% less than that of B. The score of B was 25% more than that of C. C was 20% less than that of D. Okay, so A, B, C, D, there are 4 people. Now, A in terms of B given hai, B in terms of C, C in terms of D. So I'll start from D by assuming this value as 100x. Now, C was 20% less than that of D. So the score of C was 80x, 20% than 20% less than that of D. So C का score हो जाएगा 80x. B was 25% more than that of C. C 25% of C, 25% of 80 will be 20. So 20x add कर दो. So score of B will become 100x again. Score of A was 10% less than B. So it will become 90x. If A scored 72, so 90x is equal to 72, then we'll have to find out the value of 100x. So from here, the value of x will be 72 upon 90. All right. And that is, of course, like you can cancel out 18 from here. So this is 4 upon 5. Putting the value of x here, 100 into 4 upon 5, and that will be equal to 80. So 80 will be the correct answer, and anonymous Suraj might be calculating this. Okay, so yes, 80 exactly, Suraj. So both of you again are absolutely correct, and the correct answer is 80. All right. So that is all about these first 17 questions of CAT 2019 QA slot number 2. I am looking for, like, those who have attended this session completely. Can you give me a number of questions you think that you'll be able to attempt very easily out of these 17 questions? Yes, so questions which are from easy to medium level of difficulty. So can you all right now quickly put the number out of these 17, how many questions you think that were easy, that were doable when it comes to the actual examination? Write it, all of you. I'm waiting for that number. Meanwhile, those who have joined the session few minutes back and have still not liked the session, and you have liked the way I was teaching the last few questions, then please do press the like button, comment, share and subscribe our channel. Important to subscribe, then press the bell icon and get the notification of all the upcoming sessions from our side. All right. Now friends, a very important information for all of you. So All India Open Mock for CAT 2022 is live starting from 12th of August. So it's already live and it will be live up till 21st of August. So it will give you a real CAT experience, mock attempt by expert faculty. Okay. Know your strengths and weaknesses, identify your CAT strategy, experience the CAT, the real CAT before the D-Day. So please take this open mock. This will be live up till 21st of August. You still have some days left. So yes, anonymous Suraj, we can say that 9 to 10 questions were doable. If I double this, because we still have half a part remaining, so I can say that 20 questions to hum aaram se kar sakte hain, and 20 question will definitely get you 95 plus percentile in the actual CAT. Okay, fine. No problem, Devansh. You watched the last two and you could feel that both of them were doable. So Devansh, I would recommend you to go back and look at the entire recording of this session, and you will find many more questions which are easily doable. All right. Now, anyone who is still looking to join any of the batches, any of the comprehensive programs for CAT 2022, so this is one of the programs that we have on the offering. All the details of this program are mentioned on the screen, and you can call our counselor to fetch more details and enroll for this program. Please follow us on Instagram, subscribe our YouTube channel, and press the bell icon. Like our Facebook page, join our Telegram channel, and do download the app from Google Play. The app is BYJU'S Exam Prep CAT, and after downloading the app, you can also watch a lot of free sessions which are available on the app as well. All right. Okay. So friends, that is all from my side. Hope you enjoyed this session. Have a good day. We'll see you again with the remaining part of this session day after tomorrow. All the best.